Oh, what's going on here? What's going on here? We done found a crash on the way to the road, on the way to town. Where are we right now? We're right next to a hiking trail. How convenient.
The track was fresh. That meant the car sunk down just a little while ago. Now where the hell could the passengers possibly have gone?
10 Polaroid film. How convenient. Hold on, I'll be right with you. Nothing. Alright, let's go see what happened over here. Oh, what's this? The manual owner seems to be Wilfred Roy. Okay. Isn't that... Roy is down there. Okay. I thought I saw...
Someone must have dropped this in a hurry. But whoever did was heading into the woods. Carl's tracking instincts were quickly kicking in. Oh, we got some spooky ice right here. Okay, so let's see what's going on over here. How do I, like, check if I'm dying? Okay, I'm, like, halfway there. Okay. Ice wall. Fuck. Oh. Carl knew why he was suddenly shivering. He was going back to the realm of visions.
What's going on here, then?
Carl had no issue recognizing the spirit-like figures, but he couldn't figure out what they wanted from him.
Really? You have no problem knowing who these are?
Freed of reality's shackles, vanished in the forest. Earlier, Carl had witnessed a tragedy that befell it.
What the fuck's going on? What do you want from me here? What do you want? What do you want from me here? Guess I'm just gonna leave that for the time being.
Carl sensed that the cold was beating a retreat, as if he was moving away from some kind of center of gravity.
There's like a huge fucking wall of ice there anyway. Can I get around it, maybe? Oh. Let me just check I'm not dying. Okay, I'm still good. Can I, like, get around? Nope. There's video game walls in the way. So
it was so cold. Already Carl did not feel his toes anymore.
Alright, I get it. We'll go back. Alright, so there's like a huge fucking wall of ice over here blocking off the hiking trail with some ghosts in the way. If I had to guess, and this is just like a stab in the dark, one of the ghosts was Gil's, and he walked off because we found his dead body and touched it. And we need to go track down the other dead people to, like, get through that spirit area. However, I am currently freezing to death, so investigating that area, not gonna happen for a little while. Fucking Carl doesn't even have a pair of fucking gloves. Also, no fucking heating in the car, I guess, because it's not actually helping. Well, fuck this place, I guess. We'll just remember this is here. I can't drive past, apparently. Well, we're just gonna go off-road, maybe? Like, I'm not dying in the car, right? Like, logically, I'm not fucking freezing to death inside the car. Let's take the car with us. Can't take the car with us. Okay, well, I'm gonna go back and stop freezing to death, and then come back and investigate further, because hypothermia is bad.
There was only void where the road should be. Carl hated dead ends. He felt trapped. It was as if the road had drowned in the lake.
So this is actually why I couldn't go past here. I guess that makes sense. Oh, fucking hell.
Someone had been playing with a crossbow here. A very dangerous game. A bolt could hit someone's tire, or their eye. It could even kill someone if the aim was right.
Okay, didn't see that the first time through. Alright. Also didn't see, like, this happening either, because it's kind of hard to fucking see through all this snow. So... guess we've gotta, like, come and deal with this situation. I don't want to take another picture of the ice. I get it, there's ice. So what are we doing over here, then? Alright, so, Like, I don't know what to do over here. The thing we found belonged to Roy. We know where Roy's house is, so I guess we'll go check that out, because we can't get past here right now. Because we are actually going to have to go hiking to get to the town. So I guess we'll go check out Roy's house. Since this belongs to him, and there's apparently someone out there with fucking fire crossbow bolts, so we better watch out for that. As if the fucking supernatural beasts freezing people wasn't enough, there's also fucking people out there with crossbows. So I've got some new information to put down on the record. Figured out why there was an explosion when the power went off. This has exploded because a tree fucking fell down, by the look of it. And by fell down, I mean was ripped out of the fucking earth. So, just so that's on record, that apparently happened, and is why there was an explosion when we lost power, because that exploded. Now you know. Oh my god. Seriously? Like, why does the map not have witch houses on it right now? Do I have to get out of the fucking car to be able to look? It's that one. Fucking hell, how inconvenient. I can't, like, look at the fucking map properly, because now, look, it's fucking gone. How inconvenient is that? This is, like, the point where I would want to be looking at it. Whatever, I guess. This just in, you can't check your fucking journal if you're in the car, or your inventory at all. So if I'm not sure where I'm supposed to be going right now, first off, I can't look at any of the names on the map anymore, and I can't just check my journal. I have to get out of the car and read my journal on the side of the fucking road, and then get back in the car if I don't know where I'm going. So that's cool. Alright, so this is the house. Let's go. Let's see what we've got. It's gotta load the house, of course. To be fair to the game, I do have it installed on an external hard drive, so this might not be the game's fault, this might be my fault that it has to load every few minutes. Well, every few feet, it's not like a time thing. This is fucking steep, holy shit. Okay. So, Roy has a dog. Is the dog here? It's got a nice little flap on it. Oh, there's a note on his door. What we got here? We fled. It was getting too dangerous. More people live in Northmont. You'll be safer there. Jean Roy. That doesn't sound like it went very well, based on what I saw.
It was a classic Canadian house, except for the absent horde of kids that would normally be swarming about.
That's not a fucking light switch. Where is the damn light switch?
The snowstorm pummeled everything in its path.
There it is.
Carl was not surprised when he heard no tone.
I wasn't even trying to do that. So let's see what we got in this house. I guess I'll light a fire, seeing as I'm probably going to be here for a little while. It also saves the game. The fantasy. Matthew had yet to add murderer to his curriculum. He was fond of new experiences, especially the most thrilling ones, and taking the life of a flesh and bone individual who the night before was still able to think, dream, fantasize, calculate, read, held the promise of exhilarating sensations. Unlike Raskolnikov, it wasn't about axing an old Jewish hag to pieces to detect some lunatic theory. What the fuck is going on? Not at all. Matthew just wanted to know how it felt. It seemed so simple, horribly simple. He didn't have any particular victim in mind. Like most people, his desires ran quite wildly, so he only had a vague idea of them in mind. He pondered using a rifle or a knife, assassinating a young girl or an old man. He tried to focus on practicality. His victim would have to be defenseless. Bodybuilding wasn't exactly Matthew's strong suit. He would have had to act spontaneously, but not too much. He wasn't that eager to learn what spending the rest of his life in prison would be like. Some experiences carry too much of a high cost to be worth it, really. Okay. Good talk. Fucking murderers. Holy shit, everywhere.
Just one more move and White is checkmated. Game over. It seems the game was abandoned right before the final strike came down.
Where are all the other pieces? Alright, let's get snooping. Let's get some serious snooping on. Fire starters, sick. Don't want to take the onions, apparently. What we got in the fridge? I was kind of half expecting to find chopped up people in here. Oh, there's a thingy up there. Cookie jars are always too high to reach. Alright, very funny. Like, is it meant to be a serious game? Or... There's like a crappy joke attached to everything you look at. These are all murderers.
The photograph was snapped not too far from here, Carl noticed. The couple seemed to be very good friends. The couple radiated something akin to lightheartedness, to freedom. Perhaps some people out there truly found a way to live happily ever after.
They look constipated, actually.
A picture of Wilfred in his youth. Carl figured right away that the man must have been some kind of wildlife officer.
Why? Whatever. In here, in the bathroom, we find 4 painkillers, sick haul. Alright, we've turned the light off. And some towels. Strange. Alright, in here. This is where he wrote about his murder. What the fuck is wrong with you? Fucking hell. I was half expecting to see a fucking, like, Yeti just sitting in my car. Well, the fantasy page 3, we're skipping a page. The first time he met Beatrice, however, she unexpectedly revealed her troubled origins to Mathieu. She was adopted at the age of 4, and recalling her former life still gave her a hard time. She played the piano in so graceful a manner that people often thought she may be the natural offspring of a musical virtuoso. She always cried before falling asleep, torn from the inside by a dreadful pain she couldn't explain. Why? What? Okay. She confided to him so profoundly that Mathieu couldn't get enough, coming back every night to learn every single thing of what could come out of the delicate mouth after pulling one last breath out of it. Okay. Every night, he reflected on what the death of Beatrice would mean in terms of losses to humanity's common heritage. Okay, yep, this is what all murderers think about before they murder. Be it the sound of her sobbing or of her piano melodies, the compulsive tapping of her long index finger on her temple when she harbored dark thoughts, or any other little thing. It didn't matter. No, it's you with the harboring of dark thoughts, Mathieu. Everything would indiscriminately vanish. Everything. All these thoughts made for some blissful slumbers indeed. Then days became weeks, and before he knew it, it was Mathieu's turn to throw his secrets at her. His hopes, his cries of despair, as if throwing coins in a wishing well. She'll be dead by the end of the month, he promised himself. What the fuck is this all about? Also, why are there, like, pages everywhere, but not actually, like, collected? This is very careless. I wasn't really expecting that to work. I keep thinking I can see someone in my car, but it's just, like, the way it is. So this is page 4. Where the fuck was page 2? The two lovebirds were still going at it 7 months later, though confiding fears and desires alike near the fireplace several days a week. The populace took notice, and wounding words eventually found their way to Mathieu's ear, prompting him to take action to prove his gentlemanship. He had, milady, he had to ask Beatrice's hand in marriage. He would have more than enough time to kill her later. Mathieu doesn't seem very committed to this whole murder thing. Today, when Mathieu stares at the motionless ceiling, just like he did 20 years ago, he still wonders what he would be removing from existence by slitting Beatrice's throat. What he would be depriving his children of then, as if soothed by his fantasy, he gently drifts of, smiling the night away. Wow, this is a weird fucking book. Whatever. Oh, what we got here? Yes. Oh, ammo! Fuck, wow. Oh, this is an empty gun rack.
Not a single weapon was left. All of them were gone.
That makes sense. They were fleeing, weren't they? I'm, like, really paranoid about that window, and I don't really know why. Oh, this is a shitty bedroom. Damn. Is this page 2? Yes, this is page 2. Finally, context. It was around that time that Mathia met Beatrix, of mediocre beauty at best. Well, fucking hell. How fucking rude of you. The girl, with her distinctive features, cheeks covered with large pox-like freckles, Jew nose, oily forehead, tired but vibrant eyes, shaded red hair, slender as a child body, chirpy laugh. You name it, was the very image of innocence. That happened to be precisely the kind of victim Mathia was picturing in his mind. Though one night he was contemplating the ceiling from his bed, he swore to himself again and again, "I'll kill her." His dreams were later filled with images of the imminent crime. He had come up with a simple enough plan. One fine evening he would visit her place to become familiar with the area's intricacies and feel closer to the impending murder, to slowly dig into Beatrice's thoughts, desires, dreams, and abilities. This way, he would be able to get a concrete sense of what his sinister deed would be stripping away from the very fabric of life. Okay. The whole thing would take 2 days, a week at most. Alright. Good story. I'm gonna murder her. 7 years later. Fuck, I accidentally married her. Damn. Oh, I'll kill her one day. It's on the bucket list. Why does he want to murder her? Because he's kind of a fuck, basically. Conopoly. You win if you pass go.
All manners of clothing were gone, as if the Rois drove out of town with their closet in tow.
Yes, they did, and now it's like halfway up the fucking cliff. So that has upset me a lot to learn that that was in the closet. Alright, so this has enlightened us exactly 0%. Fuck, I don't have enough inventory space for all of these logs. Hold on. I'm going to steal all of these logs. I'm going to just have to take a couple trips to the car. Anything over here? No. Okay, so I've checked the surrounding area and stolen all of the logs. There seems to be nothing else. So, since I currently don't know what to do, because there's a fucking ice wall in the way, and not much else happening over there, what I've decided I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and ransack all of the other houses that I currently have access to. I'm not going to show you every single house, because they're probably gonna be, they're probably not gonna be particularly helpful. I'll show you what seems important. So, I'm gonna go steal from all of these houses. It's okay, they're probably all dead. It's not stealing if they're already dead, and I'm not expecting to ever find, like, another living human being, to be perfectly honest with you. Except for maybe Crossbow Man, since he seems to be hunting the monster that I am hunting, but I don't, like, Carl doesn't know we're hunting it yet. Alright, so, next on the list. Alright, so I'm just gonna put this one down on the list. We're currently over in Bedard's house. Bedard is super religious. I haven't ransacked his whole house yet, but there's pictures of the Pope, there's crosses everywhere. There's also an Etch-a-Sketch, so there's a kid here, and they're, like, mega religious, it seems. Just so you know.
Who knew that giraffes thrived in the North Pole? The craze for toys was stupefying.
I mean, who wouldn't want a giraffe that has a top hat and a monocle?
Carl wasn't desperate enough to invade a village woman's privacy.
I just want this on record, right? He won't read this diary. Over in this room, I found the little girl's diary, and Carl had no problem reading that one. Don't worry, it wasn't terribly exciting. It told me where a key was. But yeah, just want that one down on record. Village woman's diary, off limits. Little girl's library, all fair game, fair game. Also just want this on record, the husband is actually, like, an alcoholic and is hiding that from the family, just so everyone's up to date. Also found a small key in this drawer. Don't know what it's for yet. We'll report back. Oh look, cocaine. Oh?
The crossbow bolts had the same origin. Carl was sure of it. Who was it? And more importantly, what was being hunted like this?
Alright. So Crossbow Man came over here.
The air
fuck.
was freezing, right down to the bone.
So I'm currently freezing to death. So let me just do this. Now...
The
what
otherworldly ice had struck again. The woman's hopes and dreams were frozen in eternity.
Well, let's find out what happened in the spirit realm.
A cool, tingling sensation in his back. Another vision took over him.
So what happened to you? You were just chilling over
was
here.
Hidden under the stairs.
Okay, you were chilling there, stashing stuff. Then up here...
The man grabbed his rifle.
Whoa.
Carl felt a sense of dread in him.
Is this Gills? So, guy came up and grabbed a gun. What's the photo? Oh! Betard Chance, okay. You had your gun, you were talking to the lady.
Their spousal relationship had been cooling down lately.
And then he left. Okay. Over here.
It seemed like secrecy was commonplace in this house.
People are hiding shit fucking everywhere.
The vision spell was lifted, and he was back to reality.
Okay,
A reality
mother...
in which Gisele, Jill's loving spouse, was motionless, frozen in ice.
What I'm trying to figure out with her is, like, did she open the window and then get ganked by the whatever the fuck, the, I assume, Wendigo? Or was she trying to run away from it and then got frozen as she was running away? Or was Crossbowman trying to kill her and then she ran into the Wendigo? Though I don't really feel... Crossbowman, I'm pretty sure, is trying to kill the Wendigo. Especially since he's got, like, fucking fire bolts. Anyway. Mother once told me when I first met Gills that I hadn't picked the brightest bulb of the lot. As the years fly by, I'm seeing the truth of her words. Always trust your mother's wisdom. That blackmailing scheme is a prime example of Gills' brightness. He's like a small dog. He thinks he's bigger than he actually is. He growls, genuinely thinking he's scary. But everyone knows he can be pushed aside with a little kick. He truly believes he can blackmail Hamilton. Oh, the big boss himself. It's going to be a long time in hell before my poor Gills can manage to pull off such a feat. After all, Hamilton's a rich, learned, and influential man. Not only is that blackmailing idea bad to begin with, let's be honest, Gills is way out of his league. But Gills doesn't even know how he's actually going to carry this out. Well, that does seem like it would be an important step. So presumably he came from the starting point, I'm gonna blackmail him. How? And what with? I don't think he even... he's gonna think... I don't even think he ever would. He's just throwing out random threats loud in the kitchen. He says he'll do it eventually, but I know better. Successful blackmailing requires masterful cunning. Well, not really. And Gills is a master of nothing. He's a slave and forever will be. I often look at that safe he keeps hidden in the fake wall, in which he stores all of these incriminating documents he intends to use, and I just can't come to grips with the sheer ridiculousness of the whole thing. Alright, so let's continue shaking down this house, since shit happened here.